Glow time. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noah Ruiz. I am a designer here at Adafruit. Joining me every week, my brother Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro, Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D print projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is a show where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It is Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024. This is episode 456. And we're back this week. I think we were back last week too, but we're here and we're live. We're streaming on all the networks. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and X, formerly known as Twitter. We're hanging out in the Adafruit Discord chat room. If you'd like to join us, you can drop us a line in any of those social networks, but also on Discord, where you can post GIFs, GIFs, memes, gaffs, goofs, laughs, all that and more. On today's show, we got a new project, Spooky. It is Halloween season. We have this awesome artwork from Bruce, our creative. He illustrated this. This is very cool. We got a gift guide for Halloween projects on the Adafruit blog. Check that out. And I think we'll have some special coupon codes later on in the week. Yeah, I like how Minerva is in the wedding dress. And Adabot's Beetlejuice.
I was looking at
Blinka is the sandworm, of course.
His dark spots on his eyes.
Yeah, he's got the dark spots and a little bit of like molds on his lips. It's so detailed. And they're in the graveyard. So good. All right. Let's jump into adafruit.com/free. That's where you can find out all the details on free things. We'll just kind of skim through them. If you spend $100, you get a coaster. $150, you get the Adafruit KB2040 dev board. If you spend $200, you get UPS ground shipping for free in the continental US only. And if your order is $300, you get all of that plus the Circuit Playground Express. All of this gets automatically added to your cart. And then while you're at the cart checkout, be sure to type in Jack Prop to get 10% off your total order. So if you got anything that you want to pick up, you use our coupon code, get 10% off. Yeah. I am excited because this project was a lot of fun to work on. We love IKEA hacks, and we picked this up in, I think, the beginning of September. We're like, we got to do something fun with it. And I think we made something fun with it. So this week, where's my... We have a learn guide published that walks you through the steps on how to build this thing. This piece up here is from IKEA. It's about $18. It's an LED lamp that's replaceable and modular. We're reusing it in this project, so you can turn it on and off. And then in the base, we have a PropMaker RP2040 Feather, our favorite dev board for making these type of projects. On the inside here is a 3-watt speaker. And in front of that speaker, you can just see it right there. It is the time of flight sensor. This is a distance sensor. It can sense things 13 feet away all the way up to an inch in front of it. Really accurate, really nice piece of tech. To trigger it, we have a little toggle switch so you can turn it on and off while you're demoing. This was kind of like a necessity thing for us because we needed a way to kind of have it on but not be blaring the audio. So I'll do a little demo real quick and arm it. So we have 4 different ranges of distances. The furthest away, the song starts looping indefinitely, and the servo kind of rotates. And then as you get closer, you get a happy Halloween. You get even closer. It has a laugh, and it's super close. You get this evil, maniacal laugh, and the servo starts twitching a little bit more. And you can change all of the all the speed settings, the audio, the volumes, all in the code at the top of the code. It's all done in Circuit Python. Shout out to Liz Clark for putting together the code for us. And yeah, we think it's really modular and adaptable to any number of props and themes. So yeah, that's kind of the base of it. The PropMaker feather is down here. We're just kind of using the LED bulb from IKEA. We're not using it in the PropMaker in any way. So you can just kind of have it on. But if you want to get super custom, you can swap this out for an actual NeoPixel and do animations, strobes, fades, chases, and all the colors of the rainbow. But we decided not to do that because we wanted to utilize the bulb because it's really bright. And since we're using the plastic kind of lampshade here, it's one color. It's orange. So if we did a NeoPixel, it wouldn't make that much sense. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to modify the code so that as you get closer, it gets brighter. It starts animating. It starts spitting out smoke. You can do all sorts of fun stuff like that. So as a jump off point, that's kind of what we do. We don't want to feature creep our projects because we got to build them in about
week
2
in this sense. Yeah, 2 weeks.
But otherwise, yeah, it's super modular. I'm really happy with the pumpkin. Doesn't fall out anymore because it used to, and a good use of the continuous micro servo. Yeah, I really like the switch. Turning it on and off is definitely helpful for demoing. So yeah, it's all 3D printed base here, snap fit parts, a couple screws, no support material, and yeah, it's kind of cool. So that is the demo. Let's put her down, and we'll walk through the Learn Guide and kind of talk about some of the things. Let's go here real quick. Let me check in on Basecamp. Anybody hanging out? Got Squid.jpg hanging out. Hello.
Oh, you mean Discord?
What did I say?
Basecamp.
Oh, Basecamp. Hello, Nikita and Aiden hanging out in the YouTube chat. Yeah, feel free to drop any questions and stuff too as we go on in the show. All right. Adafruit.com. Well, learn.adafruit.com. That's where you can check out the Learn Guide that's published now. The overview just kind of covers the features in the project. Let's take a look at the parts. Everything is in stock. We got the PropMaker RP2040 feathers in stock. Love it. The continuous servos are in stock. The distance sensor. You got the speaker that's like ready to plug in and screw in. You do have to do the only soldering you have to do in this project is the toggle switch. Just 2 wire connections for that. And then a STEM QT cable. Those are in stock. We got some silicone ribbon cable, a USB cable, power supply, and of course the IKEA lamp, which they at the IKEA store, if you saw the YouTube video, they have like a whole stack of them like on display, which I thought was really fun. So I thought I'd include that in the video.
Yeah.
And you can order them online or go pick it up in the store. It's up to you. Yep. I ordered mine in early September because they weren't in the stores yet. They're still setting up for Halloween.
Yeah, they're scattered throughout the store too.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. They had them
they
had them all over the different sections.
Yeah, they're really cool. I like them. They're really like simple and clean.
Mm-hmm.
All right, over to the circuit diagram. Everything just kind of plugs in. You just need to solder 2 wires to the toggle switch, but otherwise it plugs into the screw block terminals. The speaker plugs into the screw block terminals. The servo has a dedicated header, so you just plug it in. And the sensor, you just plug in through the STEM QT port. So everything's just plug and play. I really like that. And you're just going to give this feather USB power. You could use a battery bank, use a power supply, or plug it into your computer. And that's pretty much it. You want to install the latest version of CircuitPython on your PropMaker feather. This will walk you through the steps if you need a little help there. Onto the code. Again, shout out to Liz Clark for putting together the code. You want to grab the project bundle. Just click on this button here. It'll give you the code, the libraries, and the audio wave files, which shout out to freesounds.org. That's where I was able to pull some of these fun sound effects. What you want to look at is the distance delay. This is how often the distance sensor will read. A lower value will make it fire off faster. If you wanted to have a bigger delay, just increase that. So it's at 4 seconds right now by default. I think I set mine to 3 seconds because I wanted to trigger a little bit quicker. And then here you can add more or reduce the sound effects. So you got the music is its own file, and then the sound effects are actually layered on top of the music. So that's a really cool feature in CircuitPython, that you can layer multiple tracks. So that was really cool to have that. So you have the background music looping, and then you have something in the foreground. It's really, really cool.
And as we saw last week, I think it's up to 9 so far that Jeff's tested this on. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can do up to 9, maybe 11. Try more. Yeah, so you can layer all sorts of fun tracks, which is really nice. The rest of the code kind of just sets up the pins, the servo, and the distance sensor. The code basically just looks, checks, every so often how far something is in the path of the sensor, and then it'll trigger the servo and the sound effects. Check it out. This is a more breakdown of how the code works. So if you want a little bit more detail on how the CircuitPython code works, you can check this out and update it or customize it as you like. On to the CAD files. The biggest part in the print is about 200 by 200 by 80 millimeters. So you want a printer that can handle that. If you're printing it yourself, all the prints are kind of oriented to print as ready to go. We got STLs and the Fusion 360 file, and also a step file. If you want to bring that into SolidWorks or FreeCAD, you can modify all the original solid bodies. We also have 3D models of just the electronics. So the PropMaker RP2040, the sensor, the speaker, all that is available on our GitHub repo, so you can download those. Onto the wiring, we're just wiring the toggle switch. So just 2 pins here, and you end up with something that can just plug into the prop. So I want to make sure that folks adjust the sensitivity of the servo before assembling everything, because I ran into this where my servo wasn't quite acting the way I wanted it to. So I looked at our learn guides on just continuous servos, and I realized, oh, there's actually a little potentiometer on the bottom of it. And that's where you want to adjust the sensitivity of the servo, because you want it to you can change the speed, but also the direction with that potentiometer. But I'm kind of jumping ahead here because we're assembling it. But one big thing, there is a little piece of tape in front of the distance sensor that you got to remove. That is there for just kind of protecting it while manufacturing. We have to pick and place the thing. So that's why we have a little capped on tape. You got to remove that in order for the sensor to actually sense things, because otherwise it's going to keep triggering and firing because it sees that there's something in front of the sensor. So just be careful when removing it, but it's important to note that that's there when you get it. So you have to take that off. But otherwise, this is where you want to use a flathead screwdriver to adjust the potentiometer. So you get the code running on the board, plug in all the components, and then see if the servo is stopping and starting in a rate speed that you want, because you can adjust. You can make it a little bit slower actually if you kind of tune it just how you want. Pedro, did you run into this?
Yes, I did. So with the carousel last week, I turned it on and made sure to adjust it to where it did not move.
Yep.
And that's where I knew that it was adjusted, tuned.
Yeah.
So that when the code did start sending signals for it to rotate, it wasn't already rotating.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that's what you're tuning it to, right? So where the board is on, but the signal being sent isn't having it go already.
Exactly.
It's still, or it's stopped.
Yep. Yeah, it needs to stop and start, and that's the behavior that's supposed to be happening. And if you tune it all the way up, it's just gonna keep going. Or if you tune it all the way down, it'll just stop and not work at all. So it's really important to adjust the servo sensitivity. So that's why we thought we'd call that out in the learn guide before assembling everything, because you can't really get to that potentiometer once it's locked in and mounted to the mount. So yeah, once that's all set and working though, we can move on to the assembly. We're using a little servo horn. Just use the screws that come with the servo and attach it. Just line up those 2 mounting holes. I added 3 mounting holes in case I don't know, I just thought more holes were better than, what'd you run into?
Do we have more of these screws? I think I remember seeing one of the PIDs where we stock extra screws because you are going to need that extra one.
Yeah, that is a good point actually, because it only comes with 2 screws.
Yeah, and you're going to need 3 of them.
You might want 3 of them, yeah, because you want the 2 tabs and then 1 in the center, right?
Yeah, for the servo horn, and then that little tiny screw to actually screw the horn into it, just to secure it. I don't think you need it, but just in case it falls out.
Is it this one maybe?
So those look longer than what you need.
Yeah, those are too long.
And you might need to get
2
servos just to get those.
This one looks like it comes in a bunch, but that's because it's a kit.
So when I was cleaning up all of the servos, I noticed that the horns for the continuous and then the one for the other ones, they do not match.
These should match, I think.
The horns.
These are micro servos. It should work. It does have the screws.
So because I had them all already separate, and I was trying to mix and match, and they did not fit.
Didn't it? Yeah.
No. So I would
be careful with that.
Get 2 continuous servos just to get the extra screws.
Yeah, that's a good point. I can update the guide after the show, but yeah, I'll give these a try. Have you purchased these?
I have them. Yeah, I have all of the servos we have,
and they don't fit.
Multiples. The horns will not fit. No, the screws may.
The screws look like they should.
They should.
The screws should work.
Yeah,
because I think I grabbed my extra screws from a regular servo.
Yeah,
so I think they're okay.
Mm-hmm. But it's just that the horns, they're totally different. The teeth, they're like a different pitch.
The spline count, yeah. So you notice these are white and these are black.
Yes.
But in any manner, line up the thing and screw it over the horn because you do want that horn.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to print something at this fine resolution with FDM printers. So that's why I always like to I like to make my attachment to the actual injection molded horn.
I forget what. Actually, you designed a horn that does fit, but I can't recall what.
It has like the indent thing. I think it has like the cutout for it, but it's
you are able to do it, but I don't recall what it was for.
Yeah,
and it's better to just get one that's injection molded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always gonna fit. So yeah, the little gear just fits on that horn, and then we'll move on to the rest. Attaching the 2 mounts to this cover here. So we have a dedicated mount for the servo and a dedicated mount for the LED socket. That's a part of the IKEA LED lamp. So we basically assemble that stuff there. The IKEA pumpkin has 3 screws that you take out. You want to make sure you save those screws because we're going to reuse it later in the build. Did you find this difficult to remove the LED cover to get the socket out?
No.
Okay. Yeah. I really like how IKEA designed it so that it has these snap fit tabs. You pinch them together and then you pull out the cover and then you have access to the socket. The socket is attached with these 2 screws and you just unscrew it and make sure you save those screws and the bulb. You want to pop that out of the socket too and save it because we're going to use it in the project later. After that, we're going to get our internal gear attached to the pumpkin. I made sure that the holes are like perfectly laid out for the holes that are already on the pumpkin, and then you just attach them with those same screws. Any things here that you found?
No, just the lining.
That's pretty standard, yeah. Just lining it. Yeah, they only go one way because they're really weird the way they're positioned.
Mm-hmm. Although
after that, it's good, right?
That it only goes in one way. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. But at this point, you could reuse this and attach something else. Like maybe you 3D print your own pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to make your own holes. After that, we're going to assemble the pillar. It's like the main enclosure bit. We got a little what is it? The speaker grill. This kind of is supposed to be like a speaker grill, but it's themed out like a spider web, which I thought was clever. Cool. So you get those attached with 4 screws, put it in the back of the on the inside there, and just hold it while you're attaching it. Now the speaker mount was interesting because it's holding 2 things. It's holding the sensor and the speaker. So I start with the speaker using M25 screws, just attach it to 2 of those. mounting holes, and then you can attach the speaker. There's a nice little cutout for it, and then you'll want to connect the stemma cable to the sensor, because if you don't do this first, it'll be difficult to do it after once it's mounted. So trying to make it easy for folks to assemble it in the right order of operations. After that, we're going to attach the speaker mount to the bottom base with more screws. Just make sure that the orientation is correct by following the photos. Those get attached with M3 screws and some hex nuts, and then we can attach the assembled pillar to the bottom base with some more screws, 4 of them. There's little tabs there, easy to attach those. So once that's secure, then we can attach. This one actually snap fits. So, actually, no, it doesn't snap fit. Snap fits once it's attached. So you attach those 2 parts together, and then you can snap fit the bowl cover to the pillar. And then that's just make sure that the orientation is correct. After that is assembled, we can start installing the servo mount. You'll want to take off the servo horn, because then you have better access to the mounting tabs. So you're just using those screws. I guess that extra screw that you need is somewhere here, right?
Yeah.
To the thing, and make sure it's in the right orientation. You'll notice that there's
yes,
the shaft of the servo isn't exactly in the center of the body, so you just want to make sure that it's like more to the left, and the cable is like coming out that way. Then after that, you can install the servo cable in through one of those large openings on the cover, and then you can install the servo horn and attach it. In my testing, though, I was able to just use 1 screw, but I would recommend 2 just to make sure it's super secure. After that, let's install the LED cable. There's plenty of room for the cable from the LED socket, and then you'll want to attach this to the mount with the screws that you used earlier. And then we got the toggle switch. It's super easy to panel mount it. It comes with a hex nut and washers, so you just want to install that in your desired kind of orientation, because it only goes like one way kind of. And then we can start connecting stuff to the PropMaker's screw block terminals, starting with the speaker. The toggle switch is already attached because we did it in the earlier steps. Plug in the servo, mount the feather with M225 screws, and then just plug in the stemma QT cable. There's a nice opening here on the bottom base for the LED cable to come out, and then I just want to orient the USB-C port from the feather so that it is accessible there, and just snap fit those 2 parts, the bottom cover and the bottom base. And then the last steps here, you want to plug in your LED bulb. It only goes in one way because it's kind of keyed. It has a flat pin and then a circle pin.
Mm-hmm.
So just make sure you connect those together properly. And now we can start installing the pumpkin. You just kind of fit it in and make sure that the gears mesh together so that it's fully seated. And that's kind of it. Give it some USB power and use the toggle switch to turn it on and off.
Super cool.
Yeah. Try to make the assembly nice and easy, kind of IKEA-esque.
Right. Yeah, the kids love this.
Yeah, the kids love it, right?
It's so loud.
Yeah, it's just pretty loud. And you can adjust the volume in the code.
That's right.
The value 1 is 100%, but you could do a 0.5 for half or 0.1 for super low. I know I played with that while filming because it was driving me nuts. But yeah,
full blast like I was saying, while recording, the kids were sleeping.
Right. Cool. Let's check in on the comments.
Let's see. Oh, that would be cool. Nikita's saying there's enough space in there you could have it dispense candy.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
I think it's about a handful of candy, which around here that's how much you get.
I think next year I want to do a dispenser, like an IoT dispenser where you can get notified with text or something that the candy was dispensed, or it has a sensor that lets you know you're out of candy, that sort of thing. So definitely want to do that. And that with the PropMaker would be good because it has the servo, it has an audio amplifier. Yeah, that'd be real cool.
Good comment from Taib saying future expansion would be cool to have a micro switch so the head would stop. So when it's facing you, you could stop it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really hard with a servo to get precise positioning with it because it's a continuous servo. I think with an encoder motor, it would be easier, or a stepper motor or something. But yeah, maybe an end switch would be interesting.
Yeah.
Brant, +1 for candy IoT candy dispenser.
Of course. Yes, we gotta do that.
Or
Next
somebody
week.
click too much, yeah. And then you can even make it so you can sense how much weight using one of the strain gauges, so you know, like, if it's empty or not.
Yeah.
You know how many pounds of candy, and then you can log how many pounds of candy you gave out. That's funny.
So we know how much to get for the next year.
Yep. You could use glow in dark PLA, of course, if you want. If you want the base to glow or anything like that, you can use glow in the dark PLA. We've done a lot of candy jar projects. Yeah. In the Learn system. Yeah. I think so. Yep. I was going to look real quick.
Very cool.
Yeah. I kind of blew through it pretty quick, but that's fine.
Yeah, and then we were discussing earlier, you could reuse this track and maybe put like a store-bought head on it, like a Frankenstein or something.
Yeah.
Around.
Yeah. I was thinking you got the from the Haunted Mansion. Folks love the Haunted Mansion from the Disney parks. You can purchase the hat and box ghost, like popcorn bucket, and like turn that into a rotating head. Or Madame Leota. She could be, in the crystal ball, and her head can be spinning left and right or whatever. That could be cool. Somebody in the YouTube comments of the video said that you could use the mayor from The Nightmare Before Christmas, because he actually has that rotating head.
Yeah,
so
that was
many cool characters.
inspiration.
But that was the inspiration, to turn its head, because I did notice that it has 2 screen printed faces on it. So making it turn its head is it's kind of like a given.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Jack said.
Kitty Cat's over here. Black Cat. This is Winnie. Where's Winnie? There she is. Yeah. She's just hanging out there. Spooky season. Yep. If you want to look at more Halloween projects, we have so many in the Adafruit shop, in the Learn system. Here's a candy bowl we did with a Halloween. It's pretty easy one. Here we have a Xenomorph Halloween candy bucket that like has a servo that has a retractable little tongue thing. Yeah, all sorts of fun stuff.
Where's the ghost with the dispensing little robot arms? You could drop the candy over the kid.
Oh yeah, that was a really fun one too. You can still buy this from Spirit Halloween. The what do you call it? The flying ghost track thing. That was cool. I think it used the BLE, right? In the BLE app.
Yeah.
Drop it. Yeah. This was a cool one too. Yeah, all such fun stuff. Keep your eye on the Adafruit blog for some discounts, because it's glow time. Woo! All right.
Cool.
30 minutes. All right, cool.
All right, jumping in this week's what are we prototyping? This week we have the Tri-Rod from
the Tri-Rod.
Echoes of Wisdom. I should probably go look at the game.
Yeah, it's the first Zelda game where you get to play as Zelda.
Yeah, we got it for Gavin, and he's been playing along just so I could get the sound effects off of there. But I don't know how it actually operates. All I know is like the most powerful echo in the game is the bed. You can use it to solve all the project or the puzzles. So it's going to be standard PropMaker project. It'll have the new NeoPixel strip in there that has the 2-sided NeoPixel strips, so it'll light on both ends. We will have it going through on the inside, so the whole little spiral will light up all the way down throughout the staff. We'll have the PropMaker mounted on there, the little light switch, and the USB on the side. Prints in 4 different pieces that get assembled with screws. And yeah, nice little simple PropMaker project. So I don't know, should we have the motion activated?
Absolutely. Yeah, we should, so that you go like this and it gives a blast sound. So yeah, just sound, and NeoPixels, I think, works really well.
Yeah. So nice, simple. We're using the spiral tool to create the little spiral top here, and on the bottom, you can kind of see it there. And then the transparent PLA to get the LED shining through. Here's what some of the examples looks like. It's got a coin cell and a little LED diode here just to shine through to visualize what it'll look like.
Yeah.
Shining through like that. That's kind of blown out, but you can kind of see how that illuminates the entire staff or rod. That's super simple. Nice little try rod.
Yep. The PropMaker RP2040 Feather has a built-in accelerometer, so we'll be able to know when you kind of shake it or throw some force at it.
I don't think it spins, but that would be cool to have that, just because it's kind of mesmerizing to have that spinning effect.
Yeah.
But, maybe just doing it like that.
Yeah.
Enough. Yeah, simple prototype should be ready for next week. Super simple.
Yeah.
Does take a little bit to print. Oh, that's the other reason too why I wanted to keep it small, because I did see some alternate versions where it is like a big old staff. So I just wanted to make the small one so everybody could print it out in a minimal amount of pieces.
Yep. Here is the game available for the Nintendo Switch.
Super fun.
Yep. I want to get it as well. There it is, like kind of in action. Yeah. Nice twisty rod staff.
Nice little cosplay for Halloween as well.
Yeah. Oh, I like how the sparkles are following my
I just noticed that.
Yeah. It's very Web 3.0.
I didn't notice at first because it looks kind of choppy on the screen.
Yeah, it does.
I think that's one of the complaints too for the game, that the frame rate keeps slowing down when there's
really?
effects.
Interesting. Yeah, very cool. Tri-Rod from Legend of Zelda. Echoes Wisdom.
Yes,
in progress.
Switch.
Being prototyped.
Typical.
All right. If you want to pick up any of the NeoPixel strips, feathers, batteries, you can use our coupon code JackProp and get 10% off your order.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Special coupon code for our viewers. All right. Next up, I think we're ready. We don't have a shop talk today, right? I don't have any items. I guess we could talk about just in this week, our slide switch mount for Lego compatible bricks is in the shop for 95 cents. So if you want to get a little mini slide switch for powering your projects, your Lego builds, it's now in stock. You can pick it up.
Nice.
Yep. And then hopefully in a couple days we'll have the feather mount, which I think will be a pretty popular one because we need that.
Yeah.
All right, that's my shop talk.
If you jump one back, you can see here the strip I'm going to be using. It's the double-sided emitter LED strip.
Is it this first one?
Second one down, right below the soldering iron. Yeah, that's the one I'll be using.
All right. So yeah, this was last week's new product, and it's a NeoPixel strip with LEDs that have two emitters, so you get extra brightness. This is great for lightsabers and rods. The pads look really nice, really long pads for like soldering wires too, if you need to splice different ones together. It looks like it has an adhesive tape on it too.
Oh, that'll help. Actually.
Yeah, you see that adhesive there?
Yeah,
that'd be nice. Yeah.
So does it flop around?
It's 120 LEDs for 1 meter long. Is your staff 1 meter long?
I think it's 400 millimeters.
400. Perfect. Then you can cut it easily. It's got a nice.
So I can go into one side on the other side. It'll split.
Yeah. Just trying to get you in there. Sorry. Cool. Yep. We want to pick this up. You can get that % off.
Nice.
Jackpot.
All right. And that we should make it as a controller for the game.
What?
Do
That's a good idea.
that. Can we do that? With
If it was like a Nintendo Wii, because I remember the Nintendo Wii's would have games that you have to like fling your controller.
yeah, but do we have Bluetooth on the PropMaker?
No, we don't.
Yeah.
You have to use the Bluetooth sense
Yeah.
because it has the accelerometer built in. Here, let me
Yeah.
try Bluetooth. I think it's BLE sense. That's a really good idea. Like that. Where's BLE sense? Here it is. Yeah, this BLE board it uses the NRF52840 chip, but also the accelerometer built in. I think a MEMS microphone and some sort of sensor. Yeah, that's all that is here. Yeah, that'd be a cool project idea. Like where you just hit like the A button to like do an attack, and you would go like this.
Yeah.
You have to put a D-pad on there and stuff. Maybe
Or the accelerometer triggers the A button or whatever the
right.
attack
Yeah.
button is.
Yeah, that's a cool proof of concept, but actually doing that in the games, I don't know. Might be a little require some testing.
Yeah, because then to run around and reposition while an enemy's getting you.
Yeah,
a little multitasking there.
mm-hmm. But it's a fun idea. The Nintendo game is The Legend of Zelda.
Echoes of Wisdom.
Echoes of Wisdom. Here it is on Nintendo's site. Check it out. Yeah, I remember it was when it was announced on Nintendo Direct a couple months ago. I was like, we got to make this prop, Pedro, and you quickly got it. It was released what, like last week? This week?
I think last week. Yeah,
last week.
I downloaded it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pick it up from Target or something.
Super cool.
Get a physical copy. We like physical copies. All right.
Well, maybe to trigger a thing with Cap Touch would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't think we have Cap Touch on our. Maybe we do. We'll see. We're still experimenting.
I mean, the motion is. I mean, that's what happens in the game.
Yeah, you fling it and the light glows.
Yeah.
I think for Halloween, anything that glows is great for safety. Like you want to be seen at night. So any type of glow thing is great. All right. Are we ready for time lapse?
All right, let's go ahead and jump into this week's community makes. This week's time lapse is this super cool skeleton rose.
Forbidden Rose by BillyHooper.
Oh, yeah. How many skulls are on this rose petal? Can you count them all?
3.
No, it's 7.
What?
I had the kid count them.
Really? That's funny.
But they're all hidden in there. It's super cool. Yeah. They're all like behind all the rose petals.
Oh, okay.
Focus on that.
Let me make you bigger there. Let me remove that.
On all these. Looks so good. Let me focus. There you go.
Nice. Oh yeah, there you go.
And they're all over. Hidden skulls. And I really like the way they position the skulls. So all the skulls are positioned at a 45-degree angle, so you don't need support materials.
Oh, clever.
Yeah. Excellent detail.
Yeah.
I could keep it in the center of the frame.
Mm-hmm. No supports, right?
Yeah, no supports. I should have used a lighter color instead of this translucent purple, but I was trying to keep it with the goth.
The goth theme. Yeah. Maybe some color changing filament, or it's like red and gold.
Oh man, dang it!
That'd be cool. That's fine.
So the stem prints separately, and it just pops in like so. So I don't know. Maybe you could put like an LED in the center instead to have it glow.
Have the wire pass through at the bottom.
Yeah, the stem prints flat, so
it
has these 45-degree little thorns on there, and then the
those pop in.
Leaves pop in and out, so these print flat. Just pop in like that, and nice job on the tolerance for.
It all fits really good.
Having those press fit together.
Cool.
Very cool.
So this is on Colds 3D. It's a free download, again, by BillyHooper. Shout out to Billy. Here's, it looks like would it paint it, maybe?
I should have painted it, dang it.
I think it might be painted, yeah. Some black filament there and some sort of brown gold for the...
I like how they stood it up. I should have did that.
Mm.
Had to use a third helping hand to hold
Oh,
it
yeah.
up.
Yeah, looks good.
But super cool twist on a rose and a skull.
Yeah, classic. Cool.
Check it out. Nice
All
little
right,
Halloween theme to keep going now that we're in October 2nd. Finally in a Halloween season. Full
Yeah,
blown, knee deep.
yeah. It's glow time. All right. We have community makes. 2 of them this week. We'll go through them now. Let me get my tab ready. Our first one comes from BitWiz on printables. And it's a make of our DIY thermal imaging camera with the Pi badge, the Adafruit Pi badge, and an MLX 9640 IR thermal camera breakout. So BitWiz posted up their make. They said, awesome project. I made my own thermal camera following the instructions on Adafruit's website. It has already served several useful purposes around the house. 5 stalls.
Nice.
Looks like they printed it in this nice all black theme. You can see a little image there. Excellent firmware from an author on Adafruit's Learn System. It lets you take screenshots and gives you 3 different temperature readings, the lowest, the middle, and the highest points. Really good project. A lot of fun working on this, the enclosure for this, because it's, got this cool camera look to it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, BitWiz is using it. So very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, good use of the Pi badge because it's a, all-in-one display dev board with lights and buttons and stuff. Makes a great camera. Just add that the IR thermal camera breakout with the stem QT cable and ready to go. Yep. And the last one for this week from Torstein posted up a make of the Nefertiti bust.
Nice.
So they said the wife is happy. Don't need more to say. Smiley face, 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they use this kind of interesting brown color filament from I think eSun, if I'm seeing that correctly.
Nice.
Yeah. And this printer is the Bamboo Labs A1 multi-material printer. Yeah. Very cool.
I'm surprised.
The print quality looks really good.
Yeah, I'm surprised of the height on there.
Yeah, it's really tall, right?
Cool.
It looks like a small printer. Oh, this one had some controversy. This model. What year was it? Was it like 2013 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where some rebels snuck into the museum and 3D scanned it. We don't know if that story is true or not, but I don't know. It's kind of cool. And we turned it into a planter because why not? Yeah. And that's this week's community makes. Thanks everybody for posting up your makes, taking the time out of your day to post a nice photo and a little bit of description.
Awesome.
Cool. All right. Don't forget, you can use our 10% off coupon code at checkout if you want to pick up anything from the Adafruit shop. Jack Prop is the coupon code. All right. I think it had a pretty quick show this week.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got. I'm working on. I got to pick back up the Timelapse project with the Pico 2.
Oh, yeah.
We're still doing some testing and stuff with the new hardware, the RP2350. But that's on my list to make a time-lapse camera using our Pi Cowbell prototyping add-on, the Pico 2, and the actual camera module. So we want to do that. Pedro, you're working on a cool prop, and then we have a list of other projects.
Yeah, I think MP3 is after that.
MP3 player, yes. Are we working on any Lego parts?
The feather one should be in stock, hopefully.
Yeah.
Sometime today.
Yeah, but after that, I'm not sure. Yeah, but let us know if you have any cool ideas. The servo, the micro servo mount was a request. I think someone in the Adafruit forums requested it. Yeah. All right. Well,
Chats.
I think we're all ready to go. Folks
Yeah, I think that's it.
hanging out. Let's see. Later tonight, we have a special show and tell edition hosted by John Park. John Park will be hosting tonight. I think I'll come on to show John the pumpkin.
Nice.
So come on by at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time is when it starts. A little bit before then, you can join the Discord to get the link if you want to get invited and show up your projects. Ask an Engineer starts at 8 p.m. tonight. Open source hardware news, new products, and asking questions, answering questions. On Thursdays is John Park's workshop. You can hang out with John Park, build something cool. Fridays is a deep dive with either Scott or Tim, Foamy Guy. Deep dives at 5 p.m. Eastern Time or 2 p.m. Pacific Time every Friday. Mondays are CircuitPython weekly hangouts. Tuesdays are JP's product pick of the week. You can get up to 50% off select items. And then Wednesday is our show plus shows in the afternoon. There's a special show and tell happening on the Open Hardware Association YouTube. They're live streaming. And then PT and Lamar will be guests on their show, I think around 6:40 p.m. 6:45 p.m. Yeah. The Oshawa Hangout is at 6:40 p.m. Thanks, Brent. All right. That's it. We got about 10 minutes left of our time slot, but we're pretty much done. So I'll see you guys tonight on Show and Tell. I hope you join us. Even if you're just watching, we appreciate folks watching. Thanks everybody so much.
Follow all the social medias for all of the behind the scenes and all of the daily Halloween projects that we've done throughout the year. So check
you might have missed
inspirations.
Yeah, in case you missed it. Yep. At Adafruit.
Every day.
Yeah, pages at VideoPixel on Instagram and others. And I'm at Iken. Yeah, I never promote these, but they're up there. Yeah. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. But until then, remember to make
a great day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
It's glow time.